Welcome back everyone to another video here for SyllaFX. So in this video we are doing a recap of the entry zones that I sent out for today, April the 20th, 2023. So before we jump into the chart, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to join the SyllaFX VIP entry zones, you can go to SyllaFX.com and actually join the membership from there. So let's go ahead and jump right into the charts here. We were looking at the euro dollar pair first. So on this movement here, we were actually seeing some rejection in this area, had another bounce in this area. So this is where I actually set up my initial zone for the entry zone, anticipating price to actually come back down and give us some rejection. And now at the beginning of the London session, it did actually come down and give us rejection right above the zone. So that's not where we actually took a trade position on that one, but I was anticipating price to come back down again and retest for another move up, since we're just pretty early into the London session here. So let's take a look, see what happened in real time on that chart. Now on this one, and this is where it had initially bounced at first, and then my entry zone was drawn out right after that movement. Now price did in fact come all the way back down into the zone that I was anticipating, but as you can see, it broke right through it here and went all the way down to the 4-hour major support, and that's where it actually bounced. Now since I didn't have the entry zone set up there, this was not a trade taken based off the entry zone that I sent out to the group. We didn't get any confirmation wicks at this level here. Price pretty much broke right through and close below it, so invalid zone, no trade on that one here. So we'll move on to the next entry zone that I sent out, and that is for the dollar yen. So now I don't recall where we were as far as the actual 4-hour major zones on this one, but this was the same exact 1-hour entry zone that we played yesterday and hit for profit on that one. If you recall, on yesterday's video, we had a bounce here, and this is where you would take a buy position and take profit at right around 40 pips on that one. So same entry zone, basically the same exact setup, guys. So we're looking for price to come back down and give us the rejection wicks here, and as long as we got that, we were looking for a buy to aim for 50 pips with a stop loss of 20 pips. So let's see what happened in real time. Now as of right now, as you can tell, price did actually make it all the way back down to that 1-hour zone that I drew out that we played yesterday. Now what happened here though is it was still a valid trade really, because the price did come all the way down to the zone, to the bottom of the zone itself, and then that's where we got the rejection. So if you zoom in here, you can see we got the confirmation wicks that we needed right here to actually take a buy position here. So this was still a valid buy position on this one, and the 20 pip stop loss, let me make sure, yeah, it was a 20 pip stop loss here. So you would have adjusted that down to right around here to make it the 20, but as you can see, this will still end up being a losing trade. Now with the stop loss that was set at 10 pips on this one, even if you took a buy position here, we got the confirmation wicks and everything, and it started to go up initially, but then it came right down and tapped it out here. So this would have been a losing trade, and actually, if you recall, the lot size traders on these are 5 lots. So this was roughly about 370, 380, with a 10 pip loss on that one here. So the first entry zone that was actually a good setup that we would take a buy position on was a loser for the day. So minus 370, 380 on that one. So we'll jump over to the next position. So looking at the Aussie dollar pair on this one, pretty much the exact same setup again, guys, from yesterday that we took and had take profit on that one. But at the 4-hour major, we're looking for price again to come back down and actually tap into that area and actually give us a rejection wicks, the confirmation, and take the buy, aiming for 30 pips with stop loss of 15. Now this actually, before we actually go into the live chart, you can kind of tell the way the consolidation was happening here. This would have been a great supply and demand trade, because price would come down, reject into this area here, and then take a buy position to move up. But for the purposes of the entry zone, I was playing off of the 4-hour major on that one here. So let's jump over to the chart in real time, see what happened. All right, so remember, this is the zone that we saw the consolidation. Now price did come all the way down into the zone exactly as we were looking for, right? Now the only problem with this one here, even though if you look at it, it played out perfectly, went to the zone, bounced off of it, and hit TP for 30 pips, right? Now the only reason this was not a trade taken though is because we did not get the confirmation We didn't get any of the wicks that we were looking for. It pretty much went down, closed on the zone, and then started to move up immediately. So unfortunately, yes, it did play out. It did move up. It hit take profit, but this would not be a trade that you would have taken based on the trading rules. You didn't get any wicks, didn't get any confirmation. So unfortunately, this was a missed trade, even though they would have take profit if you did take it. So no trade on that one for the Aussie dollar pair. So we'll jump over to the next chart. The last entry zone that I sent out for the pound dollar. Same exact setup, guys, just like yesterday. The 4-hour major zone here, looking for price to come down to that 4-hour major, give us the rejection wick, and then take a buy position, aiming for 45 pips on this one, and take a stop loss of 15 pips. So let's jump over to the real-time chart and see what happened. All right, so now this was a pretty good setup here on this one. So the price did come down to the entry zone, all the way down to that 4-hour major here. Now the entry was a bit higher than what we were looking for, but it was still a valid trade. As you can see, we got the rejection wicks that we were looking for, and as soon as you got that closure, you take a buy position there. Now this ended up being about 35 pips. I think I was aiming for a little bit more. Yeah, I was aiming for 45 on this one, but like I said, the entry zone was initially way down here at the 4-hour major, but because the rejection happened right above that, the entry ended up being quite a bit above that, so they eliminated about 10 pips out of the profit here, but still a winning trade for 35 pips. Now 5 standard loss on that one. 35 pips on the pound dollar is roughly $1,700. So 1 winner, 1 loser, and 2 no trades on this one here. So for the grand total for today, if you took these entry zones from the membership, you would have been up $1,380 roughly for the day. So $1,380 on the 2 entry zones that were taken, 1 a loser, 1 a winner, and 2 no trades on that one. So outside of that, that's the recap that we have for the entry zone sent out to the group. Like I said, if you are interested in joining that, definitely go to SyllaFX.com, and you have a few different options available to you, whether it's getting the course and learning the strategies, the psychology, and the risk management behind the trading strategies that I use. You can also join the VIP entry zones where you get those daily zones for potential setups and take trades off of that. We also have the Sylla Monster EA live trading membership available to you as well. Now, just a reminder, with the SyllaFX VIP entry zones, that does include the course, which does cost less than the course on its own, but the membership is $49 a month. If you're interested in that, like I said, you could be joining us and taking these trades and get those daily recaps and potentially be making money as well. Outside of that, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you like the channel, definitely like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for new content put out. Thanks for watching.